who's leading this thing anyways? Asked the new CEO. Now that question cut through all of the noise and caused each of us sitting around that table to pause, to kind of catch our breath, and then reassess everything. Because you see, at issue in that meeting of senior leaders was the direction of a successful initiative inside the company. My client's initiative had been launched by a particular department a few years back and had since grown well beyond the scope of that one department. In fact, it was now a part of virtually every aspect of the organization. But with this growth, it was now realized that the department who launched it, and more importantly, that department's leader, were now merely one part of a much bigger initiative. And so, the inevitable question was raised. So who's leading this thing anyways? Now, that's not always an easy thing to answer, but using 3 leadership principles and some good questions, you can bring clarity to your own leadership issues. First principle, if you lead it, you need to own it. To figure out who should be leading this initiative, the first thing that I always look for is who really owns this? Who lives and breathes these results? Who lies awake at night thinking about this? And who kicks over the trash cans when this initiative isn't going well? Those are the signs of ownership. And the person who has the highest level of ownership needs to be the one that's calling the shots. Second principle, if you don't own it, you can't lead it. Now, it doesn't matter what the organization chart says, and it also doesn't matter what the business cards say. Just because an initiative happens to fall within someone's job description doesn't make that person the best leader for the job. If there's no ownership, there's just no leadership. And the last principle, the higher your ownership, the higher your leadership. Because you see, ownership and leadership are inextricably linked. Want to raise your level of leadership? Then raise the level of your ownership. Here's the point. When you look at things you believe you've been called upon to lead, ask yourself this question. Do I really have a sense of ownership over this? If the answer is not really, then take the high road and find out where that level of ownership really does sit. Chances are, that's where the real leadership lies. So if you think you're facing an ownership issue and you're not sure what to do, then put on your thinking cap and ask yourself this one question. Are you leading anything that you're not really owning? You got this.